Conversational search is a large language model powered feature that allows AI assistants to answer questions conversationally on a wide range of topics. When powered by WatsonX Discovery, this includes searching a knowledge base for information pertinent to a question and retrieving the most relevant information to generate a trusted, contextual, and conversational response with answer traceability. IBM WatsonX Discovery does this by reaching out to an enterprise's applications, databases, and documents and bringing that knowledge into IBM's AI assistants and their large language models. In the demo I'm about to show, WatsonX Discovery will search a knowledge base for information to answer various questions and pass the relevant information to a large language model. The large language model, in this case IBM Granite, will generate a conversational answer to the query, and WatsonX Assistant will present that answer to the end user. This capability is an adaptation of Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, a standard technical approach to improving a large language model's ability to answer questions accurately by using the relevant corporate content. Let's walk through the order of operations in a conversational search. First, the end user asks the virtual assistant a question. The AI assistant uses its natural language understanding model to determine whether it recognizes the question and whether it can answer it using one of its actions for which it has been trained. For example, a bank's assistant is usually trained on answering a question such as, "Help me locate the nearest branch." This demo uses Lander Bank, a fictional bank. If the virtual assistant recognizes the question, it answers the end user's question using the appropriate action. Conversational search is not needed, and WatsonX Assistant did not need to call WatsonX Discovery to search the corporate knowledge base. However, if the assistant does not recognize the question, meaning it has not been trained on it, it will then go to conversational search. With conversational search, the virtual assistant sends the end user's question, also known as a query or request, to a search tool, in this case WatsonX Discovery. WatsonX Discovery has read and processed all relevant corporate documents and content stores. WatsonX Discovery will then search its content using its market differentiating semantic and keyword search abilities and produce search results in response to the question. WatsonX Discovery then passes these search results back to WatsonX Assistant in a list. At this point, WatsonX Assistant could display the results back to the user. However, they would not resemble natural speech. They would look like a summarized answer based on a search. Helpful, but not natural. So, WatsonX Assistant sends both the question and the list of search results to WatsonX.ai, which invokes a large language model. The large language model may re-rank or reorder or disregard some of the search results according to how relevant and useful it thinks they are to the question. For example, the large language model might decrease the ranking of a search result if it's from a document that has not been updated recently, indicating the information may be out of date. This capability is often called a neural re-ranker. The large language model then generates an answer to the question using both the question and the information in the search results. And WatsonX.ai passes this answer back to WatsonX Assistant. WatsonX Assistant then presents this conversational answer to the end user. Conversational search is much more than document summarization or search. It includes the entire process of recognition, search, and answer generation, sometimes also including a neural re-ranker, and also capabilities like answer traceability and custom passage curation. This would not be possible without true semantic search, a capability provided by WatsonX Discovery, which goes far beyond traditional keyword search. This demo example uses IBM Granite, IBM's purpose-built, enterprise-ready conversational search large language model. IBM Granite is natively integrated into and included with WatsonX Assistant. IBM Granite will generate conversational answers from the WatsonX Discovery search results. While this example uses IBM Granite, which is embedded in WatsonX Assistant and requires no additional components, clients can also use their own or a third-party large language model through WatsonX.ai. First, let's look at some examples that do not require conversational search. I want the lender AI assistant to help me locate the nearest branch. I can ask this by clicking on this example starting utterance that WatsonX Assistant generated automatically. Since lender is a fictional bank, WatsonX Assistant provides the IBM office location that's closest to me. And if I click it, it will open it in Google Maps. Thanks, or maybe I can just ask you, instead of going to a branch, tell me about digital wallets. And the assistant responds, again. Okay, I also need to pay my bill. Oh, I forgot to ask, regarding digital wallets. By the way, tell me about setting up a digital wallet. Even though I digressed in the conversation, WatsonX Assistant picked right back up on my request to pay my bill. All of this was handled by WatsonX Assistant without needing to search a knowledge base by calling WatsonX Discovery. Now, I have some questions that the assistant hasn't been trained on. I'm interested in sending out a wire transfer. I ask, what's the routing number? WatsonX Discovery finds the answer in the document lenderfaqs.doc. Also, what is the lender fee for an outgoing wire transfer? WatsonX Discovery finds the answer in the lender bank fee schedule PDF document. It read it from a table. Since I'm having this conversation with the AI assistant and seeing how it's been quite helpful, there are other things I've been meaning to ask my bank. How many points will I earn for spending $25 on airline ticket purchases? This information came from the Lender Topaz Card PDF. Note how IBM Granite, the large language model, calculated the total points the user would actually earn. I also need to get some copies of records for an appraisal of my house, since I'm thinking about putting it on the market. What are the legal processing fees for 11 copies of records? Again, not only was WatsonX Discovery able to read and understand the table in the lender bank fee schedule PDF document, IBM Granite calculated the total cost of my request. Another question. I signed up for the Lender Topaz card a month ago. What happens after my intro APR offer ends? WatsonX Discovery found relevant search results in a couple of different passages in the Lender Topaz card PDF document. Let's ask one more question. Does the Federal Reserve insure bank accounts? In this case, once again, WatsonX Assistant hasn't been trained on the answer. And so, it sends a semantic search request to WatsonX Discovery. However, the documents we provided to WatsonX Discovery also do not contain information to answer this question. Instead, the answer is provided entirely by the IBM Granite large language model. IBM Granite used its general knowledge to generate the answer. This conversation has been a good mix of things that the assistant has been trained on and those it hasn't. And that is the power of WatsonX Discovery, its ability to ingest the entire body of documents and knowledge an enterprise has, potentially hundreds of millions of documents and media files, and use this knowledge to improve, automate, and accelerate processes for both customers and employees. These capabilities can be integrated with WatsonX Assistant, as shown, but also to enhance other IBM products with conversational search, including WatsonX Orchestrate and WatsonX AI.